Rawr!
Ew.
Hello and welcome to Pony&Wolf Productions. Today we'll be reading Regress, written by Level Dasher. As always, these are our amazing Patreons. Link is in the description if you wish to join. Also, don't forget that I have a Twitch and stream Monday to Fridays every night. Now, shall we get to it? Good night, Tia. We are off to our domain of dreams, we say to Sister from the entryway of her chamber. Good night, Lulu, she answers with a smile and, for some reason, an upturn of the brows. See you in the morning, however briefly. Our muzzle droops slightly. Yes, Sister. We then attempt a small smile as well. We look forward to thy pancakes in the morn. As Sister giggles, we add, and we will attempt to stay awake long enough to not drop our face into them once again. Sister lets out a boisterous laugh at that comment. Don't feel bad, Lulu. At least now I know you do actually like them. With a quick nod, she adds, we should really thank Starlight Glimmer again for helping us figure out that argument between us. We smile. Indeed, we thanketh thee for the reminder. We shall give her pleasant dreams tonight. I'm sure she would appreciate it. With a nod, we began closing Sister's door and repeat, good night, Tia. Sister rests her head upon her pillow and yawns. Good night, Luna. The Thestrals at their post nod to us as we shut Sister's door, and we return the gesture. Should as ye hear any disturbances from our sister's room, do not hesitate to wake us if ye deem it necessary. Of course, Your Highness. They both reply with practiced salutes. We thanketh ye. As you were. We smile at them, their eyes slightly narrowed in our direction before moving down the hallway. As we continue our pace, we barely hear the guards as they whisper between each other. Does she do that just to mess with us? I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe it's a moment of regression. Hey, I'm just curious. As long as we can understand her, I don't question it. Besides, she's gotten really good at everything else. It is at this moment that their conversation becomes too far to reach our ears. The last comment fills us with pride, but the previous guard's muffled words puzzle us. As we approach our own chamber, our guard also give us salutes. Good evening, Your Highness. We smile and nod. Good evening to ye as well, gentle colts. We take a moment to consider the comment of our other guard. As usual, should thy compatriots come running for us for the sake of our sister, please do let them pass. Of course, Your Highness. They reply in unison, before glancing at each other. We thanketh thee. We smirk, confirming our decision to, as 'twas worded, mess with them, and place a light oscillation upon each of their cheeks. We are off to commence our duties, immediately shutting our door behind us. We can almost hear their rapid heartbeats. Indeed, 'twas amusing to keep our guards on their hooves on occasion. After our usual pre-duty ministrations, we decided to take a moment to step out onto the balcony before drifting to our own state of working slumber. Looking down upon the city of Canterlot, we are pleased to see a fair number of citizens still mulling about. Those that Sister dubs night owls, though we believe this term would be more suited to Pegasi due to the other race's inability to fly. We have accepted this to be an adequate colloquialism of the times. Our attention is then brought to a far-off hill, just outside the city limits, where two small spots appear on our range of vision. Stepping to our instrument of stellar observation, we swivel it in the direction of the subjects, offer attention. A grin appears on our face as we find two earth ponies, a stallion and filly, with their own telescope upon a mount, admiring our latest work. 'Tis wonderful to be reaffirmed that we indeed appreciated again since our return. After several minutes of watching the stallion focus their attention on our sky, we see the filly grab the instrument and swiftly move it in our direction, as if searching for ourselves. Perhaps this is indeed the case, as the stallion attempts to change the direction of the telescope once again. Our eyes see what our ears cannot hear. The movement of his lips create the words that claim spying on us is immeasurably rude. We see the filly's face fall, and she nods as she apologizes to the stallion. We, on the other hand, have another idea. Smiling and focusing our magic, we are able to grasp the filly's telescope and turn it in our direction, expectantly eliciting reactions of surprise from both ponies. After allowing the filly to glance through her lens, we lift our head and wave with a bright smile adoring our face. Bringing our eyes back down, we see the filly jump with a grin splitting her features, then nudge the stallion and point towards our balcony, clearly speaking words of glee. When the stallion places his own eye upon the scope, we once again lift our head to become visible. With the wave of a wing, we mouth out the words, "We thanketh ye for thy admiration. Expect pleasant dreams tonight." As we return to gazing at our subjects, we see the stallion look up towards us and smile. He then pulls the filly, still grinning, towards his side as he responds, "Have a wonderful evening, your highness." Whether or not he understood our words is unknown, but our gesture has the desired effect. The joy of our subjects is clear. With a contented sigh, we turn and stride back into our chamber, ready to begin our nightly duties. 'Tis certainly a lonesome job, but we are the only one who can do it. As we lay ourselves upon our mattress, our thoughts stray back to the guard's earlier comment. Depression. 'Tis what he said, is it not? 'Tis simply not true. We've been quite content for the many years since we returned from our banishment, especially so since Starlight Glimmer helped us resolve that quarrel with Sister. Ah, that does remind us. We must attend to Miss Glimmer's dream tonight, though not before we solve this matter of... Wait, that's it. We misheard. Regression. How long have I been in this state of mind? I couldn't help but really want to read this because it's an intriguing idea. Because in the story, in the show, she doesn't usually go back to her original speech. This is a good way to show her reverting a little bit back to what she's become comfortable with. It's intriguing. Admittedly, I stumbled over the words quite a bit, even though none of these words are unknown to me. But yes, it's not dissimilar from me moving to Germany. I sometimes slip into old habits that either just don't work now, or clash with things I've already started doing. It's easy to fall back into old habits. And considering what's been going on, it makes sense that she would regress a little bit to her old speech at the very least. The guards don't point it out because she will realize, as she has, and Tia doesn't even bring it to her attention. Because in the end, it doesn't really matter. There's no way to force yourself out of that. But yes, I think it's an interesting subject. Now, that was Regress, written by Level Dasher. I hope you all enjoyed, and keep watching that moon, everyone. Bye!